What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of eMiami. This week, we're going to take a look at the ratings updates in Madden. We're going to take a look at the simulation against the Cardinals, which was a really close game. Can't wait to show you guys that crazy finish. And I'm also going to give you my 3 keys for the Dolphins to win the game against the Arizona Cardinals. The Miami Dolphins have a really interesting matchup this week against one of the, if not the most explosive offense in the NFL in the Arizona Cardinals. Led by Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, that offense is going places, and they're actually ranked #1 in the NFL in terms of yards per game. What the Dolphins have to do to win that game is going to be really important, but first, let's go over some of the ratings changes in Madden from Week 8 to Week 9. The Miami Dolphins had 6 players with ratings changes in Madden from Week 8 to Week 9. Shaq Lawson saw his rating go from a 75 to a 77. Eric Rowe saw the same change from a 75 to a 77. Nick Needham, Van Ginkel, Elandon Roberts, and Jesse Davis all saw their ratings improve as well, with Van Ginkel actually seeing the largest increase, with his rating going from a 70 overall up to a 73. Van Ginkel had a really big game for the Dolphins. He had a couple pressures on Jared Goff. Not only that, he almost caught an interception himself that he batted up into the air and almost caught it from the ground. And then he returned that really long fumble recovery touchdown from about the 12-yard line on the other side of the field, I believe it was. The ball was forced out by Emmanuel Ogbah. Van Ginkel was able to pick it up, run the length of the field. Nobody caught him, and he scored a fantastic touchdown. That was great to see. And in the stadium, we were all going nuts as that was happening. But the player I really want to focus on here is Eric Rowe. Eric Rowe's having a fantastic season for the Miami Dolphins, and a lot of people are saying that he's probably the most consistent player we've had since the start of the season. He's been playing very well since week 1 and hasn't seen that kind of slow start that a lot of these other players have seen. And according to some stats that you could pull from PFF and a tweet that I'm going to show now by Travis Wingfield, Eric Rowe is only allowing passers to produce 4.52 yards per target when they're targeting the player that he's defending. He's also only allowing 58.1% of passes to be completed, and he's giving up a passer rating of 66.6. He has 1 interception so far in the season, which isn't very much. Probably should have had a second one that looked like a pick 6 against the Rams. He was in good position, could have just taken it and run the other way, but he wasn't able to hang on to the ball as he looked like he kind of overran it a little bit. But Eric Rowe has been playing phenomenal, locking down tight ends like George Kittle, Greg Olsen, and I'm really excited to say that we finally have that tight end stopper that we've been looking for a really long time. If you want to see some clips about Eric Rowe and kind of the way he's been playing, make sure to follow Juan from 5 Reasons Sports. His @ is @exclusivity. I don't think it has any vowels. I'm going to put it up on the screen, but he's always putting up great threads showing some footage for the Miami Dolphins players that he highlights and shows kind of how they're improving and what they're doing well. And he has a fantastic one on Eric Rowe that I definitely suggest you guys go look at. I'm going to link that down below. Now that we've got the ratings out of the way and we've kind of talked about Eric Rowe, who's been a bright spot so far this season, let's go ahead and take a look at the craziest Madden ending I've ever seen in a simulation with the Dolphins playing the Cardinals. Against the Cardinals. Oh, Jordan Howard with a quick early carry up the middle, picking up 15 yards. Fake handoff to Howard. Throws over the middle. Oh, intercepted on his first throw of the game. Buda Baker, who's a really good safety, gets that interception for the Cardinals. Cardinals get the ball really quickly. Tua not having a great start. It's going to be big for the Dolphins defense. Hopkins was in motion. He passes over to Hopkins, who has space up the middle, and he looks like he's going to take this for a touchdown. And he does. 43-yard touchdown for the Cardinals on the slant pass to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals capitalize on Tua's interception, score their first touchdown. And so far, it is not looking good for your Dolphins. Tua with another drop back, having some time in the pocket, finds Mike Gesicki in the middle of the field, who's able to pick up about 20 yards, taking it all the way to the Cardinals 30. Gesicki in motion on this one, probably going to be a run. It is a run. They hand it off to Breida, who finds some space up the middle of the field, is tackled by Buda Baker after getting all the way down to the 8-yard line. Dolphins have 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. Let's see what Tua can make happen. I'm assuming they're going to throw and not pass. Tua staying in the middle of the pocket, and he runs right into the defender who got around Jesse Davis. Tua sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dolphins probably going to have to kick a field goal here. Might see something different now in this 3rd and 12. Kyler Murray looking to run. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Noah Benogany, who's tackled at the 31-yard line. Dolphins pick up the ball. Nice job by the defense to force the fumble. Tua and the offense quick to get to work. To try to capitalize here and get a little bit more than a field goal. Tua again having to roll out, but finding Mike Gesicki, who had to come back to the ball. Only able to pick up 7 yards, so it's 4th and 3 for the Dolphins. The aggressive Dolphins fan in me says go for it, try to get that first down. But I do think they need to try to secure some points, make it a 1-point game, and kick that field goal, especially considering Jason Sanders is perfect on the year.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Sanders able to make another kick. Dolphins will kick off, now only being down 1 point. Say that's our weakest link right now. Kyler Murray over the middle of the field to Arnold, who's able to pick up a good amount of yards, taking it all the way down to basically the Dolphins 45. Murray with a lot of time in the pocket, able to find DeAndre Hopkins again. Hopkins' second catch of the day. Kyler Murray so far 6 for 6 with 109 yards and a touchdown, playing basically perfect, if not for his one fumble on the previous drive.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's 41-yard attempt is good. Cardinals able to extend the lead to 10-6. Dolphins with 1 minute 50 seconds left to respond before halftime. Tua rolling out to his right, deciding to run it himself. Probably going to have to slide, but able to pick up about 15 yards. Actually, 20 yards all the way up to the opposing 40-yard line. Cardinals overloading the left side. They bring the blitz. Tua having to roll out to his right. Able to find some daylight. Takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Dolphins are going to have to call the timeout. And doesn't look like they're going. Oh, and they do call the timeout. Tua with a quick hike. Passes it over to Mike Gesicki, who catches the first Dolphins touchdown of the day. Dolphins take the lead after the extra point. 13-10 over the Cardinals. Nice job by Tua there to get the read out quick on the blitz. Wide open was Mike Gesicki.
Confusion defensively, not sure why they were in that set.
Kyler Murray trying to make something happen with his legs, able to juke the linebacker super well, able to make it all the way down to the 2-yard line where he's forced out by Eric Rowe. But Kyler Murray completely broke Hill's ankles. Oh, that was rough to watch. My goodness. See what the Dolphins defense can do here. Kyler Murray takes it himself right up the middle. Easy touchdown for Kyler Murray.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Tua throwing it over to Devontae Parker, able to pick up 15 yards, 20 yards actually. See what they decide to do. They are going for the pass. Quick pass over to Mike Gesicki on the sideline, who's able to drag his man all the way down to the 1-yard line. So close to a touchdown. Mike Gesicki playing really strong, dragging his man about 4 yards. Oh, Dolphins with 3 tight ends on the right side of the field. But they decide to pass it anyways. And it's another touchdown to Mike Gesicki. Wasn't sure if Mike Gesicki was even turned around, but he was able to turn around, pick up the ball on his left side. Another touchdown from Tua to Gesicki, and the Dolphins take the lead 20-17 over the Arizona Cardinals here at the end of the third quarter. Murray dropping back again, but he's brought down this time by Zach Sealer, who rushes up the middle untouched. Gets to Murray immediately. Murray isn't able to get rid of the ball, and the Dolphins pick up their 3rd sack of the day. 47 yards. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, and it is good. Tie game, 20-20. Dolphins ball with 5:20 left in the game. Shotgun. Passing it over to Mike Gesicki. He's having a great day with Mike Gesicki today. Single back, probably going to run it. Decides to pass it short to Preston Williams, who breaks the first tackle, has Budda Baker to beat, takes it all the way down to the 22. Nice job by Preston Williams to break that tackle. Sanders from the left hash. Kick is up. And it's good by Sanders. Dolphins take the 23-20 lead with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Now the game is on the defense to try and stop Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, and the rest of that Cardinals offense. Quickly getting up to the line. Murray finding Christian Kirk, who's able to take it all the way down to the 50. More plays. One being if they can run it out of bounds, and then the field goal. Kyler Murray has some time in the pocket, rolls out to his right, throws it across his body, all the way across the field. Ball is almost intercepted by the Dolphins. 1 second left. 4th and 11 for the Cardinals. They're just going to have to throw up a Hail Mary. All right, they're going for it on 4th down with 1 second left. Going to have to be a Hail Mary. Let's see if the Dolphins can stop it. Kyler Murray throwing it deep. It's caught by Larry Fitzgerald for a touchdown. Oh my gosh. What? That was ridiculous. Kyler Murray has time in the pocket, just slings it off of his side foot. The ball is currently in Christian Kirk's hands, but he's not able to secure it. It's kind of batted out by Hopkins, who hits it up into the air, and then it falls right into Larry Fitzgerald's hand. Look at this. Kind of batted up. The two Dolphins defenders, Eric Rowe and Byron Jones, kind of move over for it. And then just beautifully falls into Larry Fitzgerald's hands. And he's able to score the touchdown. What a way to lose for the Dolphins. What can I say? I have no idea how the Cardinals were able to complete that pass and get that Hail Mary to win the game at the end there. Tua played fairly well after a slow start, but Kyler Murray was able to prevail with a really lucky touchdown after it was batted up in the air, caught by Larry Fitzgerald, and taken in for a touchdown with literally no time remaining. The Dolphins lost that simulation 26-23, but I do believe that there are some things that the Dolphins can do to win the game this week against the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to give you my 3 keys for victory right now. The first thing the Dolphins have to do is focus on the defensive side, stopping a mobile quarterback. Stopping a mobile quarterback is one of the most difficult things that any defense in the NFL can be asked to do, especially when they have a good arm and good throwing presence like Kyler Murray. This season, the Dolphins defense has not done very well against mobile quarterbacks. We've played 3 mobile quarterbacks this season, and they were Cam Newton in week 1, Josh Allen in week 2, and Russell Wilson over in week 4. Those 3 quarterbacks combined have had 63 completions on 88 attempts, 930 passing yards for 72% completion percentage. They've thrown 6 touchdowns with 1 interception, have had an average rating of 119.9, and have rushed 23 times for 99 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, on the rush side of things, most of those statistics came from Cam Newton's game against the Dolphins. He rushed 15 times for 75 yards and got 2 touchdowns. And after that, they weren't really able to rush much in Josh Allen and Russell Wilson. But Josh Allen and Russell Wilson were able to do things that Cam Newton wasn't, which was torch us from the pocket, because they threw 6 touchdowns between the 2 of them, which was really big. Yes, this was at the beginning of the season when the Dolphins defense was still trying to get to know each other. The play callers were trying to see what the players were really good at. We didn't have preseason. We had a shortened training camp and offseason. But that is kind of how it is when this defense plays against mobile quarterbacks. And Kyler Murray is not going to be an exception to any of these things. Kyler Murray so far this season has thrown for 67% completion percentage with 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. The interceptions are fairly high, but on the rush side of things, he's doing really well. Kyler has rushed 65 times for 437 yards with 7 rushing touchdowns. That's higher than last season's total, and his efficiency is out of this world. The interceptions he's thrown haven't been that great, and I think we can take advantage of that with fantastic coverage from Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. But the number one thing the Dolphins need to focus on is they need to keep Kyler Murray in the pocket. The second key I have for the Miami Dolphins is completely focused on our own run game. Our run game hasn't been that great so far this season, Myles Gaskin having that one really good game against the Jaguars, and maybe 1 or 2 other solid performances, but every now and then you can see it and you say, Myles Gaskin isn't the future at running back for the Miami Dolphins. I'm not saying Jordan Howard is either, but Jordan Howard is going to give us a different take and something that other defenses probably aren't going to be ready for because they haven't seen him do too much in a Dolphins uniform. The Cardinals defense is allowing 4.7 yards per carry. Not only that, but in terms of yards per game, they're 25th in the NFL. The Miami Dolphins can absolutely take advantage of that. You got to try to get Jordan Howard the ball. You got to try to feed him early, and you have to try to make him efficient. Jordan Howard has actually had a pretty decent career so far. His years in Chicago, he averaged about 4 yards per carry, if not more than that every year, except for one where he averaged 3.7. Now with the Dolphins, he's averaging less than 1 yard per carry, but that's really because the only times the Dolphins let him rush was for a 1 yard gain on a maybe 3rd and 4th and 1, or from the 1 yard line right at the end zone. If the Dolphins can focus on getting Howard ready and getting him efficient, that'll add a really good dynamic to this Dolphins where they can start using play action passes and let Tua get comfortable before he has to just sling it down the field and try to make a crazy come from behind victory if the Cardinals take an early lead. The last thing that I think the Dolphins need to do is win the turnover battle. Tua has always been an incredibly efficient quarterback dating back to college. He threw very few interceptions compared to touchdowns, and so far this season, he hasn't thrown an interception. He did give up the fumble really early in the game, but after that, he settled in, was more secure with the ball, and I don't think he's going to have a hard time being smart with it, but I think we have to watch out for Budda Baker, who's one of the best safeties in the league right now, possibly jumping a route, getting Tua confused with some of the coverages, and getting in front of a pass and maybe intercepting it. Kyler Murray is prone to throwing some interceptions, as I said earlier. He has 7 so far this year, and if the Dolphins can make sure to win the turnover battle, as they did against the Los Angeles Rams, I think we've got this one locked up. Winning the turnover battle not only gives the Dolphins the chance to settle in and develop a run game, but it also takes the pressure off of Tua. Not that Tua can't handle the pressure, but it's much easier when at quarterback when your defense is scoring points and stopping the other offense, and you're not having to throw for 300, 400 yards with 5 touchdowns to try and win the game. I think those 3 keys are incredibly achievable for the Dolphins, and my prediction is actually going to be a Dolphins win 31-24 over the Arizona Cardinals this week in Arizona. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for following. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, let us know what you guys think, and as always, go Dolphins.